I built a Claude skill for pad footings that runs calculations, checks results, and drafts it in AutoCAD. No spreadsheet toggling, no handoff to the drafting team, no copy pasting dimensions. It just runs. And just about every video that I make about agentic workflows in AutoCAD, I get the same version of these two comments. Either it is, why don't you use ChatGPT to generate AutoLISP scripts? That's how I do it. The other one is, why don't you make it as a plugin? And I've heard it enough times now that it deserves a proper answer and not just a reply to a comment. Generating AutoLISP scripts is actually the most common way engineers actually use AI in their workflow. Now with AutoCAD 2027, it just got a lot more easier because it's natively in there now. From that perspective, plugins are the natural next step. Both of them make sense, and I'm not here to say that they are wrong in any way, but I do think there needs to be a clear distinction that we need to make between task based automation and agentic workflows. And that is what this video is about. So you can take what is useful and leave the rest. By the way, I'm Vignesh. I help engineering firms build drafting systems that cut draw time and increase output. Also, that's the perspective I'm coming from. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding about the difference between task-based automation and agentic workflows. And you'll be able to make the decision which one is right for you based on where you are. For today's video, we're going to use pad footing as our example. Then we look at how that workflow runs pre-AI, then show you what changes when you bring in agentic workflows, and then where plugins and AutoLISP genuinely belong. Before we start today's session, let's just get one thing very, very clear, very, very concrete, and that is the difference between a task and a workflow. A task is one step towards a goal. Workflow is a series of tasks, as in steps, across multiple tools to achieve a goal. I hope that is very clear because this is going to be really important for you to understand the concepts. Then oh, it didn't play. Okay, thank you. Next is our current workflow. Pre-AI, how does it work? For a pad footing, now this is how it works in majority of the firms even today. Traditional workflow, which is pre-AI, the engineer is present throughout all the steps. Now, the engineer uses his spreadsheet in Excel and inputs the loads and everything in it, then checks the reinforcement, for example, in 16s and 12s or whatever that is, and looks at the results like a pass, fail, or whatever that is. So if it's like fail, the engineer would go back, adjust the footing size, maybe increase the width, length, reinforcement sizes like N16s or N12s or whatever that is, and increases it or decreases it, and then goes back to the review. If it passes, the engineer would then prepare a handoff specification. So the handoff specification here could look something like PF1, it is 1000 squared by 500 deep, and it has 6 and 12 bars bottom. After that, it is handed off to our drafter. Now the drafter would then use AutoCAD. So first is opening AutoCAD, and then the drafter in AutoCAD would draw the plan and section, adds the dimensions as well, and finally we have the output, which is the finished drawing in AutoCAD, which is here. At this point, I'd like you to think about other aspects of your work too, like anything that follows like step 1, 2, 3 is going to be a really good candidate for agentic workflows, just so you know. The natural upgrade from your current workflow is a task based automation system. What does that mean? So, task based automation system has got everything the same until the handoff. The engineer would input the load in spreadsheet, checking the reinforcement options, adjusting the footing size and the reinforcement, so on and so forth. Up until the handoff specifications, it's exactly the same. And now that is from the drafter, the task-based automation starts. The task-based automation in this and in this example is taken from the AutoCAD perspective, by the way. What happens here is the drafter opens AutoCAD, then the drafter uses ChatGPT or Claude or whatever that is to generate AutoLISP scripts for AutoCAD. So it could be anything like a command line where you just give like the length, width, and everything for that pad footing. And after that, you could also add dimensions. Similarly, the drafter would use ChatGPT to generate AutoLISP scripts for AutoCAD. And finally, what do we have? Our finished drawing in AutoCAD. So that's task-based automation. Now, if you look at it, the whole process is not automated. It's just that 1 and 2, these two tasks are automated using AutoLISP. So we have got a specific point within our workflow where we ask ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini to generate a script. And then we just load it into our AutoCAD instance and just work with it. Now, just like in the start of the video, as I said, I'm going to compare task-based automation to agentic workflows. Now let us look at what is agentic workflows. Now, in agentic workflow, the engineer starts the process. Okay, so the engineer starts a process. I've got Claude code here Claude as the agent. It could be Google Anti-Gravity as well. The engineer starts the process using like a Claude skill or something. And basically from the pad footing example, it was a skill. So you just tell Claude, hey, use the skill and I need a pad footing. Now Claude, what it does is it runs a Python calculation script, infers the answer, gets the answer, pass, fail, or whatever that is. So Claude comes here, and here Claude just looks at the result from the Python calculation script. So if it did it pass, it goes to if it didn't pass, the Claude adjusts the parameters, puts it back into the Python calculation script, and then maybe increasing the footing size or whatever that is, and does this loop again. And at one point, if it passes, what does Claude do? Claude then generates like a PDF calculation sheet. So this is for our future review. So after Claude designs this pad footing, Claude would be like, okay, this is done. And this is for us to verify and a future reference. It creates this pad footing calculation sheet. So we can go and look at it. And after that, Claude uses all the dimensions, for example, the length, width, the depth, the reinforcement, everything, to use like a Python tool and command AutoCAD. So Claude drives AutoCAD using Python tools. And then you finally get a finished drawing in AutoCAD, including a PDF report. So that is agentic workflow. I think it is a little bit here and there for you. Now let's just take this home. Current workflow has your engineer, your Excel spreadsheet, your drafter, and AutoCAD. And once you go a step further, you have task-based automation, which is the engineer, Excel, drafter, AutoCAD, and AutoLISP, or your plugins, basically. Then you have your agentic workflows. You have your Claude, Python tools for calculation and driving AutoCAD, and the engineer to initiate the workflow and review it. End of the day, it is something like you have given yourself a promotion. You're not producing drawings, you are the one saying, hey, I need to get this done. Get it done, right? So it's like asking your drafter to say, hey, I need like these pad footings done, or I need all the or you ask your junior engineer to do the calculation, and the junior engineer does the calculation and then gives it to the drafter drafts it, and there you have the drawing. Rather than those two people, you just say, hey, just do this one thing, just design and draft the pad footing, and you get your pad footing. A very, very important thing to remember, and this is like a warning, do not use LLMs like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini for calculations. They are not meant for that. So you need to always use Python for calculations. And you might be thinking, oh, AI can't do that, or whatever that is. Please do get my Claude skill video. You'll understand on how it has been architected in a way that you trust the answer. Whatever I do, or say, there is only one perspective all of this comes from. All of this could be jargon until unless we filter it through these perspectives. If you're like a principal or a firm owner, you could ask, Vignesh, what does this mean for my business? Or if you're like a senior engineer or a CAD manager or a drafter, and what does this mean for my work? You have two parts that you can take from here. Oh, that's me arriving. I love Office, by the way. So the part one is task-based automation. The focus here is on the task. You are trying to automate a task. So if we go back to our task-based automation, you would see we are just trying to automate drawing the plan and the section view for that pad footing. We are not looking at the other things. At this step, this is the only thing that we care about. Then in task-based automation, you use AI to generate AutoLISP scripts. Also, it is very easy to run. It is the lowest barrier to get started. There's like no install or anything. Then you have plugins. The thing with plugins is it is much more polished. It's much more easier for you to distribute it across your firm. But it has a lot more setup, configuration, and it takes a bit of time to get it right. You are still inside the workflow, but moving faster on specific steps. If you look at the task-based automation before, you will see that. This is right for you if you want something running now with minimal steps. When I say now, I mean now. I don't mean like 2 or 3 days. No, I mean now. You have like some sort of a like big project, and then you're like you have to do this 100 times. The best bet is open ChatGPT or something, tell it, explain it to your problem, and it would spit out a script which you can use it straight away, so that you can automate that one task. Now, the other path you can take here is agentic workflows. Now, in agentic workflows, your focus is on your output, as in the goal. What was our output here? Our output here was the pad footing. In agentic workflows, your focus is on your output. But you need to know your manual process first, like every step, every decision point. Then you encode that knowledge into the system. For example, if you take the same example of pad footings, you need to know how to design pad footings. You need to know what are the edge cases. You need to know where to use what formulas, so on and so forth. So you need to know the manual process first. But once it's built, you focus on the output. It's like I said before, you are handing the work to a team member. Your role shifts to reviewing and approving, not producing. It is right for you if you want to increase output, like without increasing your headcount. Now, for those who chose path 2, here's what to do next. First, hit that subscribe button, please, because I've got more such videos coming out with more automations and everything. Then go to this video. I'll put it in the description below. This is where you connect Claude Code to your AutoCAD. Also, you need to have a paid Claude account. You're going to set up something called the set framework. I know it sounds like something big, but don't worry, it is very easy. In a couple of clicks, you'll be there. You'll also build your first skill in Claude. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'd like to understand agentic workflows, what it means, so on and so forth. And here's like another video that I have, which is again, it's on Google Anti-Gravity and not on Cloud Code. You don't need any, like, it's like a $0 setup, I would say. Using the same set framework, you would set it up inside Google Anti-Gravity and you build your first automation in it. And if you are a principal or a senior engineer, CAD manager, or CAD drafter, and you want to think through what this looks like inside your own team, identifying your biggest bottleneck, map out exactly what to build first, saving months in your development and identifying all the pitfalls. Book the free one-on-one CAD clarity call where we go through all of that. I will look at your current setup and give you an honest read on what is worth automating and what is worth doing in your specific setup.